we always talk about non-negotiables, right? And that's what happens. Like you increase, like you start to have more non-negotiables, and people are like, oh, I can't bring that bullshit to him. Like, I'm not even gonna pick up the phone and waste 30 minutes of his time talking about nothing, right? And so what happens is you're increasing your value. And so when an opportunity comes, you don't think that opportunity is something that you can't handle. You're thinking like, oh, this all I got to do? Let me knock this out. And once that starts to happen, I'm going to tell you how, because life is real simple. Like, it's not the big boom. It's not the, lightning across the sky that open up, Jesus come down and say, here you go. It's not that. Life gives you a lot of small things. And those small things add up to that big, large thing that you waste your life looking for. If you just paid attention to the small things, you'll be well on your way where you want to be in life. And the first thing I do is reprogram the way that you see you. Opportunities come. And once opportunities come, it's a thing called momentum. And once you get momentum on your side, it's hard to stop.
Welcome to the Love Is Podcast with your host, that thorny chick, Karen KK Rose, and her co-host, the lovable a-hole, that's right, I said lovable, Mr. DK Walker, where they will be discussing love, relationships, family, life, sex, self-help, and what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. Why? Because love is everything, and everything should be loved. Now to today's podcast.
Hello, everyone. It's your girl, that Thorny Chick, Karen KK Rose, alongside my co-host, the Lovable Asshole, DK Walker. DK, what's poppin'?
I can't call it, man. I really can't call it. I wish I could, man. I wish I could. I can't call it, man. I can't call it. I wish I could, man.
Okay. I don't know. If
same old. Ain't nothing changed, man. Nothing at all.
I don't know if you've been working on that material.
What do you mean?
Huh?
That?
Huh?
Why do you always add, like, you can't... I don't sit... Oh, shit. I done dropped my doggone pacemaker. I'm down.
And you swear it's me. And you always swear.
Actually, that was my phone that fell. Nah, to answer your question, I don't, I promise you, all this stuff is off the top of my head. I hear something and then I literally do not think. And when I'm just being, what I hope to be is, somewhat humorous. I don't think about none of this shit. It's just off the top of my head.
We need to get you to see professional help. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No. I like to lie to myself and like to think that I'm quick-witted. You know what I mean? That's the lie I like to tell myself. I'm quick-witted. So.
Okay. What's going on with you? Voices in your head.
They chilling. They, doing what they do. All over the place, not paying attention.
That's me. That's me with the ADD.
Nah, well, I get that, because I work with you. So I'll be an alcoholic by the time 2022 rolls around. But nah, everything.
If you have it in the first 3 years, child, you have missed the boat.
No. I have a high tolerance because, crazy people. I was raised by crazy baboons.
Not baboons, child.
Yeah, quiet as kept. I was the original Tarzan.
Meet Tarzan, you Jane. That's how you got married. That's how it happened. Okay.
Right. They just shaved me down and taught me how to speak.
What is this, Encino Man?
No, that's actually Eddie Murphy line right there. Talking about his aunt, what was it, Umfufu? Yeah, was it Umfufu? Mm-hmm. No, because his aunt what was his damn aunt name? The heavy bitch, you fought the bitch in the jungle.
Yeah, and raw.
Right. And you shaved the bitch down and you taught the bitch how to speak. You not fooling nobody. I got to go watch that to get that whole scale. I used to know that shit like the back of my hand. You hear me? But to finally answer your question, man, I'm good. Life is good. I have no complaints. I'm feeling a bit stretched. So I need to prioritize for a couple of things in my life. What I mean? But besides that, I'm blessed, highly favored. God loves me in spite of me.
Amen.
Somebody cue John Legend.
No. Nope, because I'm going to cue.
See, you supposed to came in with the of me.
No, I'm not. Because I'm coming in with All of me what?
All you what?
Okay. I didn't know where you were going to go. If you're going to sing the whole line or not. But I guess
I
not.
don't.
Oh.
I be faking. When I be start singing, that's another thing about me,
and
right?
they say it's women.
They be faking?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what I started to say too. I be faking, like, I be knowing songs like women be faking orgasms and faking fake headaches. Either y'all be faking a big O or y'all be faking a massive headache. Either way, you don't want to be on your back. Either way.
You're right about that part. I definitely don't.
Yeah, either way. You be like, my head hurt. I don't feel, I want to, but it's been a long day at work. I'm stressed.
It's the voices in your head that concern me, that give me pause.
Right. Or this is the crazy part, right? Y'all hit us with the stress you don't want to, and then you'll backdoor the joint if he ignores those,
the lie.
Right. If he ignores the lie, and then he get into it, and then she's like, okay, it feel good, but I still don't want to be bothered. So she'll be like, hey, I'm done.
Listen, I'm not that girl. I've never been that girl.
So you've never faked the orgasm, what you're saying?
Oh, no. I fake now. I ain't gonna lie that part. Now I fake, but I don't do the whole headache, I'm tired thing. This is my thing. Take it. Just take it and be done. Like, I'm not particularly listen.
So you gotta be careful. You can't.
I'm not waking up. Listen, I'm not gonna necessarily wake up. I might lift my leg just to help you, help us, and I'll be like, just get this done. It's a business transaction. Sometimes in my head, like, can you just come on? And then if I feel like you're dragging it out, that's when I start faking. That's when I start throwing it like it. I'm an all-star player and I'm faking because I just want this to be like, thank you. Finally, he's done, and I can go back to sleep.
That's terrible, man. Matter of fact, when we get off air, man, like, I'm gonna need your new man's phone number. I need to call him because I don't think he knows what he's about to get into. I really think
he definitely knows.
He don't. I think he blinded by your pale skin. So I really think
color. That's what I keep trying to tell you. He's the same color.
It don't make a difference. Okay, so you may be blinded by his pale skin. It doesn't make a difference.
I could be. No, I'm going to tell you when I'm blinded by his cooking skills. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to stay in your business. You know what I mean? It's great material for the podcast.
Stay in my business, right?
I mean, that's what I do. I'm messy that way. Messy Marvin is my name. So what's going on with you, man? What's going on with you?
I'm still in my Aubrey. I'm still in my Aubrey, big mood. Shout out to Drake. Always.
First of all, you talk about your man and then you shout out your crush. If you're not a man.
I know, right? I'm still in my Drake mode, big mood. Life is good. I can't complain, what's my new tagline? I got New Bay energy.
Yes, you have new.
I got new Bay
because I go down. Like, I think we did that shit to like at least a 10-minute segment on a couple of podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Doing a New Bay energy.
I got New Bay energy. So New Bay energy. I'm living my best life right now. I'm happy, and for anybody who's been listening to the podcast, which you probably have been at this point for quite some time,
and if not, shame on you.
Right. Go back to the beginning. Talk about I got nothing but love for you, baby. What you got? Got nothing but love for you. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You got to go back to the beginning, and start. Because, if you think about it, we've been at this 7 months now. And it's like, listen, y'all have heard all the stories we've gone through, Hey Big Head, Alkaline Water, the photographer. We've gone through a couple guys, and to be and just in life in general, obviously if I share that I've been cheating on, my ex cheating on with me, crackhead. I mean, obviously I've been through some shit in my daily life. Yes. So to, be in a place that's happy, it's good. It's good growth. It's good. It's a good moment. And to have the support of my team and my circle and my parents, or at least most of my parents.
Who's not being supportive of New Bay?
Let's just say I haven't been as forthcoming with my mother as I probably should be, but that's not anything new either.
Interesting. She is yet to tell mommy.
Mom talked to him, and so she knows he's around, but she's not aware that he's around in the couple status.
Oh,
She just thinks it's two old friends, you know, who talk from time to time.
Rekindling.
Right, blowing some air on some.
I'm sorry, couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but in the same sense, though, given her MO, you know, anytime you're in a new relationship, you're literally in love or back in love or however you want to word it, wherever I'm at. On my new bae energy, I'm in protective status of new bae energy. I don't want anybody's negativity. I'm not going to read the comments. Cool. I'm not here for it. Again, I'm not here for it. We all know I got a PhD in petty. So if you come for me, please know I'm coming all the way back. And when I'm done dragging you might not like it. So please be very careful about how you address me. Okay.
This podcast has been brought to you and sponsored by New Bae. New Bae Energy.
New Bae Energy. So wherever you get a new bae, okay?
Yeah, so wherever you get a new man and a shot of dick in your life, New Bae Energy.
I have not gotten a shot of anything.
Hey, come on, let me sell this, right? Like you don't. Sometimes being factual has nothing to do with the truth. That's like, did you hear what I said? Sometimes being factual has nothing to do with the truth. Didn't your favorite president teach you that? Anyway, moving right along. New Bae Energy.
New Bae Energy. We're gonna get that on a t-shirt for real. I'm gonna wear it and I'll probably wear it for a while. So yeah, like I said, I'm happy.
Yeah, you would only wear it until New Bae is not New Bae anymore. So does it?
Technically, New Bae ain't New Bae. That's the whole thing.
Right, but it's still New Bae energy. Like, okay, for the podcast that doesn't know that what we're talking about, I was teasing my beautiful co-host, definitely off air and lately on air a few podcasts ago about how she's just like a teenager, starry-eyed and bushy-tailed.
The airiness of her voice.
Her mind is all over the place, and no matter what we're talking about, she always coincides it with the New Bae story. Like, we could be talking about the stock market, and she gonna find a way to work New Bae in there, right? We can talk about the passing of a relative, and she gonna find a way to segue What is New Bae
gonna wear to the funeral?
Right. So if that ain't love for your ass, New Bae energy. New Bae energy will just it will consume every aspect of your life.
It's better than it's nice. It's a nice little change until New Bae energy runs off. Then I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna get you sucker. Listen, we all have to face
cold
in
the Midwest. Something I'm saying, like, if you be simple when it's the summertime or the springtime, but right about now, it's kind of cold.
It's always been cold here.
I'm just letting you know, you're gonna be man, he ain't really doing nothing wrong.
Cuffing season has finally worked in my favor. Don't fuck it up. I got you.
Right, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
what do you tell me all the time? Stay down on trip.
Stayed out on trip.
Oh, yeah.
But the fuck doggone New Bae energy all the way up. And then New Bae energy is somebody else's New Bae. And now they're getting his energy. Protein shakes. And okay, I digress.
See.
I'm just trying to help you out. I'm trying to keep all the protein in your life. That's all I'm trying to do. Now, what you want to do with it, it's on you.
You don't know if it's protein. For all you know, it's been sitting in them sacks.
Once again, I'm just like, we don't got to get in details with it. I'm just trying to make sure that, New Bae protein is not, that's like a fucking candy bar. I'm just trying to make sure that New Bae protein isn't shared.
Be poison. Huh? I said, you don't know the last time he did whatever he needed to do.
Come on now.
It could be poison. Never trust a big button and smile.
So you saying your boyfriend got a big button smile? That's what you said. What the fuck are you saying? You say he got. You say he got a. Are you saying that? Oh, stop.
No, he does not.
Are you saying that New Bae has the ass on par or better than Meg the Stallion? Is that what you saying?
Nowhere.
So New Bae got a Meg the Stallion ass.
He sure does not. He does not.
That's what you just said.
No,
New Bae got. He got the.
No.
Wow.
That's not what I said.
As long as he don't sleep on his stomach, he all right with me. That's all I'm saying. Talking New Bae with the Meg the Stallion ass. What the hell?
He sleeps on his back, but no, he does not have a Meg Stallion ass. He ain't got Cardi B ass.
I'll leave all that alone,
He got Becky with good hair ass.
You be careful, because if you scroll through IG search, man, look at here. I don't know if it's the doggone the plastic surgeon or a lot of squats.
Okay. He's Karen. May I speak to your manager? Ass. How about that?
There you go.
Okay.
See, right. Yeah. Cardboard Bob's ass. Okay, got you.
Right. He's very Karen. May I speak to your manager? Gas. There we
go. Because like you talking about Becky with the good hair. Because like you get on IG and get the scrolling. You like, hold up.
The Beckys are coming. They're
not faking. They doing a whole lot of squats.
Okay.
Or they got a great surgeon one.
Listen, some injections.
I'm not knocking a hustle. However you want curvature in your jeans, please do what you got to do. Show body, your life. Sponsored by New Bay
Energy.
New Bay Energy.
We're so stupid, and you always swear it's me. I'm moving on.
You should. Yeah,
New Bay Energy. We're going into my favorite part,
which is, and this doggone your favorite part of the Love Is podcast is sponsored by
New Bay Energy.
Exactly. Everything is New Bay Energy.
Everything's New Bay Energy. What the fuck news? Because, what y'all fail to realize is that my business partner, my wonderful co-host, the lovable asshole, has called me an idiot all day today, 2 days ago, a week.
What?
He's like, what is wrong with you? Like, who, like, why? That's always his comeback. Why are you like this? I don't know.
I've never called her an idiot. Okay, I just lied.
I was about to say, you want me to run that tape back? I will put a clip in the middle of this.
I know you would just to prove a point. Petty ass. Petty. You just petty. Queen petty.
Queen
race
petty.
car driving queen petty ass. Anyway, what's up with what the fuck news, man? Let's move this along for our listeners, please.
So are you eating peanut butter trail mix?
I'm not. I'm only drinking water.
Don't do that either. Don't. Or if you need a sip, take it right now.
I'm good.
Don't have anything by your hands either.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
What do you? I sound like. Never mind.
All right. So this. Okay. Let me just tell a story. All right. So this one, the story itself is short, but what happens is even funnier. I had my girlfriend's little brother walk in while I was coming in his sister's mouth.
What?
He waved at me because he didn't realize what was happening at first. All I could think to do was wave back while coming. This is why I'm an idiot. This is why this is my job.
I'm trying to
my thing. This is every adult's fear is that you getting it in and one of your kids walk in. But let it be. But can you think your significant other's little brother or sister walk in and you just like, here you are shooting up the club in her mouth and
have a blow bang on the tonsils. But no, the funny part, like I feel bad because the little boy, I don't know his age, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be scarred, right? And then once he realized what happened to his sister, two things. He'll never drink after her. Yeah, he'll never drink after her, and then he was like, my sister's kind of scummy.
There's some hoes in this house.
I'm not mad, but like, if my wife's little brother walking on us and whatnot, what I mean? Well, first of all, like we're all adults. So Nikki's 46, Ben's 38, right? So
he definitely know what's going on.
Well, his sister's a hoe, so not a problem. I'm not saying that you makes your hoe to do that, but either way, that's how we got married because she has those, tendencies. Catch a man, keep a man tendencies. And sometimes that means, blow bang on your tonsils. But I feel for the kid, man. I mean, and then the thing, and then the dude was so stuck. Like, all I could do was wave back. And so my thing is, I wonder, was she thinking, like, who in the fuck is he waving at?
Who was to say she was looking at him?
Or maybe she got something in her eye and couldn't see.
She probably wasn't even looking up at him.
Well, she 9 times out of 10, she probably had her eyes closed, right? Wow. Not to catch her straight in the eyeball.
I mean, right.
Wow. I would love
Miss
to.
America wave that kills.
That's like, wow. Like, I would love to hear the story afterwards. Like how somebody gonna explain that to, like, poor boy. That's to come look. If y'all gonna be doing some wild cowboy shit, y'all got
out of my head. It's not what happens. Because I mean, listen,
that's all adults fear, right?
Yeah, you got,
right.
especially you got little kids.
So so you gotta lock the door. I don't give a damn how hot and heavy it is. If you think it's gonna get hot and heavy and it may go to, you gotta like, let's be freaky and freak our way towards the door. And that way we lock it in, freak our way back towards the bed. But you got to lock if you got kids, you gotta lock the door. You got to. If not, it's only a matter of time that you're asking for it. And the Queen's wave will always hold different meaning for that boy. You hear me? Anytime somebody wave at him, he's like, he gonna think about his sister. Like, no, I don't want no. He gonna be like, no, I don't want no soda pop behind you. No, I'm not eating off that fork behind you.
Right. Saying nothing at all. I can't.
That's crazy, man. Has that ever happened to you almost?
I've almost been caught in the act. Like, really? Oh yeah. Oh.
By who?
I don't think it's ever been one of the kids. I don't think any of the kids have ever caught me. I know my daughter did say she heard me having sex with her father way back in the gap. When we were together. But I want to say, I'm going to say it was my mom because my mom's with me obviously the last 15, 20 years. So no, it's not been that long. It's been 10 years. So yeah. She's almost caught me a few times. The nice part about it is when I lived in the apartment, I had a half bathroom. So, there were ways to get her.
Terrible, man.
The dismount, your dismount move has got to be really good.
Yes, I can concur because I've been almost caught. It's crazy. Like Mama was just born. For podcasts that don't know, Mama was my youngest. When I say just born, she was just learning how to stand up in the crib, right? And most guys, I'm assuming, wouldn't have a complex as a baby, so you assume the baby wouldn't know what's looking at. But being as though I don't know. I guess I'm sensitive or overly sensitive. Like, me and the missus was getting it in. This is a true story. Put on everything. Look. We was getting in. I was on top, and then of course the parent sensory is at an all time high when you got a newborn, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm getting in. I'm on top, and then I can see out the corner of the side of my eye that my daughter's up with her hands on the handrail. I did not even bother to go back in for that last stroke. I actually did a push up off my wife so hard and fast, but I came down behind the bed. My wife never stopped laughing so hard. Like I jumped out the pussy. Literally, I jumped out. And then she was like, it's like, no, I'm good. It's all right. I'm scarred. Like my daughter caught me. Like, that's not right. We're not ever doing that. And you know what I mean? So she looked at me like, you gotta be like, no, I cannot. I don't even want to try to perform. So yeah, like, no, that's not a good look at all. So.
Which is a good segue to today's topic. So today, of course, I was doing my usual scrolling through the gram, and I saw this meme, and it speaks volumes to all of us. It says, RIP to missed opportunities due to...
How was that a great segue? I'm sorry, I'm not you finished. I'm curious. How me jumping on my wife...
You missed the opportunity to finish.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if that makes it a great segue, but if you like it, I love it. Please continue.
Can I?
If you must.
Thank you. RIP to missed opportunities due to low self-esteem and hold on. Now I got to sneeze. Ooh, excuse me.
Boogers everywhere. Boogers everywhere. Clean your microphone. Snot, boogers, mucus, gummy bears everywhere.
All right. Shut up, TK. Who doesn't cover their face in COVID?
I hope everybody, but I digress.
Exactly. But RIP to the opportunities we missed because of shyness and low self-esteem.
Well, okay. I'm definitely with that. We can definitely talk about that. Cause I have personal stories for days, but I don't necessarily, and I'm not taking a shot, but you'll be right. I don't think that was a great segue. Me not coming. I didn't miss that opportunity. It had nothing to do with me being shy.
Yeah.
I just want I wasn't, I was being, a great father. I thought I was like, nah, my daughter don't need to see that.
Listen, when children do not form memories until they're 5, she wouldn't even remember.
Okay, so says who? Like, yeah, okay. Anyway,
Dr. Seuss, Dr. Phil,
Doctor,
pediatricians.
it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. We won't find out. Not.
In this
I won't be at the dinner table having an awkward conversation. like, Daddy, like what?
You remember that one time?
Yeah. And so I don't lie to my daughter, right? Like I may head the truth like everybody else, but I don't lie. So if she was, because we're going to get to the topic, which you just read, give me a second. But if she was an ass, then I would have to tell her, well, so therefore I'm not going to run that risk. So however I missed that opportunity, it is what it is. So with that being said, have you ever missed on opportunities based upon you being shy or just not believing that you're good enough to fulfill those? Because, that's one thing about, like life, like there's opportunities all the way around us. And sometimes because we do have low self-esteem, sometimes we're not, living our best lives, because to be honest, most of us are not. Keep it a buck. We're living far beneath our potential. Right. And in doing so, like so many opportunities to make things happen, we miss those opportunities because we don't believe that we're, and usually I'll be the gentleman and let my co-host, kick things off, but she's still on her new bay energy giddy shit. So, I guess I got to play straight to her crazy. And I'll jump out the window first, and actually I'll keep it really home based. One of the reasons that my other podcast didn't launch, because it actually supposed to came before this podcast, right? I don't think I shared this story with my co-host, so this is news to her. If not, then act surprised like you do when you fake orgasms. Anyway, look, I started recording, the episodes for Listen Up, I Got a Story to Tell podcast, and I anybody knows me knows that I can't, I don't like the sound of my voice, the whole nine, and I just, it was just real uncomfortable for me, right? So I didn't. And so there's been missed opportunities, not me throwing my hat in the arena of, self-publishing, whatever the case may be. And so what I did to, because I was, didn't feel as though I was worthy. I didn't feel as though I had enough information to compete, with the big wigs of the self-publishing industry and whatnot. I fell back onto, the Love Is podcast, because my co-host is here. Right. And so she made the segue easy for me because it's just not me. Right. It's us. And so it's a crutch. It's us, right? It like if something goes wrong, I can put my hand up, but then again, I can also look at her, whether she had played a part in that or not. I can always cause it's us. Now, when you're out on your own, it's just you. It's just you. And so if things go wrong, you don't never want to be the guy to be like, it went bad because of me, or I wasn't informed enough. I wasn't, I didn't have anything to offer, so it's a rack of reasons why we shortchange ourselves and we forget that everybody that is somebody, no matter what field they're in, they all started off being a nobody. Bottom line, flat out, everybody starts off like whoever you look to be the guru in your field, in your industry, whomever you're looking up to in your life. I promise you, they were just like you. They were unsure of themselves. They didn't have the accurate information. They sucked ass. They stumbled over their words. They were just all over the place. But the difference between them and you is they got the courage up to do it, and they did it again. They sucked, and guess what they did? Oh, they did it again. They sucked a little less, and they did it again. They even sucked a little less than the last time that they sucked. So, and guess what they did? They did it again. They did it again. They did it again. And what happens is the more that you do something, the better that you get at it. You know what I mean? So, with all that being said and whatnot, it just took me to realize that everybody has a day one. What I mean by that is you have to have a starting point somewhere. You get it out the way. Get your bad days, your misinformation, the doubts, the inaccuracies. Get that out the way, because you can never start until you start. Bottom line, flat out.
Facts. I could definitely say that, yeah, there's a lot of things. Because, I mean, in all transparency, it took me to write. I had my first book idea in my head for 10 years. I had that idea from forever ago. And being in the industry and knowing other authors and all that kind of stuff, in the realm of we compare ourselves to other people and what everybody else is doing, where everybody else is in life, we regress ourselves because we keep comparing ourselves to somebody else's measuring stick. And it's like, for what? You don't know how they had to get there. You don't know what their first anything was. You don't know what their first book was like. You don't know what their first podcast was like. You don't know what their first business was like. You don't know what their first marriage was like. You don't know what their first relationship was. You don't know how well they did with their first kid. Like, we compare. And honestly, I say this all the time. Comparison is a thief of joy.
Facts.
And it really is, because we want to compare somebody's middle or somebody's end, which seems great to us, but we don't know how they started. You don't know how they got there. You don't know what they sacrificed. You don't know if it was good, bad, or indifferent. And so there are moments where, of course, you want to kick yourself in the ass for saying shoulda, coulda, woulda. But in the same time, God is the keeper of all things. God is the keeper of time. Everything is done according to time. When is your time? Then you grow. When it's your time, that's when you spread your wings and you do what you're supposed to do. Because the thing is, sometimes we want to rush the process instead of trusting the process. And in rushing the process, you miss the lessons.
This is true.
You miss life lessons. And when you keep missing the lessons, you got to keep repeating the same cycle over and over and over and over, over and again until you get the lesson. And once you get the lesson, then it's like, oh, no. You, like I said earlier about New Bay Energy, I'm protecting New Bay Energy. Why? Because I've been in this position before where I'm happy. I shared it with whomever, and you shitted on it. And then now I start looking at my New Bay Energy kind of differently, because I'm taking your crap to put you at, like you tell me, don't yuck my yum.
Right. That's your yum. We joking about it.
Yeah. But that's my yum. Like, no.
Right.
You keep your negative shit over there. You don't like, my business. Okay. Stay over there with that. I like it. It works for me.
Bottom line, flat out.
You don't like what I'm doing? Great. But keep all that crazy energy over there.
So how would you advise somebody, to navigate the waters of uncertainty, right? Because a lot of things that we put before us, a lot of things that we put between us and opportunities are facets that we've made up in our mind. Like, we put so much energy on things that we think people care about. And these people, go through the same things that we're going through. Like, quiet is kept and whatnot. If you've been listening to the podcast for a minute, you should know what I'm about to say next, or you will relate because you've heard me say it before, but you haven't been listening to the podcast. Shame on you. So, I suffered through Bell palsy twice. And I'm in the minority that I never fully recovered, right? And so when it's late and tired, my words slur, and then, side of my face is droopy. It's not droopy to the fact that I'm looking like Two-Face, but it's still in my eyes because I know what I look like or used to look like. It's noticeable, but it's definitely noticeable in my speech. With that being said and whatnot, like, I would always, because I didn't want to do video. I didn't want to be seen on camera. Like, on top of that, I need to get some dental work done, right? Not a problem. And so those were like really strong things, because I'm like, they're strong for me because it was killing my self-confidence. It was killing me like, this is not working out, whatever case may be. And so I said this on our previous podcast, you really got to get people in your circle to really, and I'll let you answer the question because it's kind of crazy. I asked the question. I went into my spiel in answering it. I'm such a man. Please forgive me. I guess it's New Bay Energy is rubbing off on me. Anyway, look. So with that being said, and that's why you got to have really good people that fuck with you, not funk, not mess, not get down, not ride or die. Like, you got to have really good people that fuck with you, right? My co-host was like, she understood that my hangups and my hangups were holding her up. So we couldn't move forward with things because we're moving into a visual aid. We're moving away from just hearing the voice. And now you want to see the people actually behind the microphone. And I'm always with the billion excuses. And so she actually sent me a short video of a very influential woman. I don't know what she suffered from, but she has a crooked smile. beautiful white lady, right? Blonde hair. She rocks glasses. She got the whole nerdy thing going on. I'm like, hey, babe, how you doing? Oh, I'm married. I'm sorry. I can't. But she was still suffering from, what most people think. You can see there's something wrong. And then she was actually, the clip that Karen had sent me, she was speaking on how she was no longer, letting her facial features stop her from doing what she needed to do. And I'm like, that's interesting. And I had to get out of my own way. I had to really like, you know what? Like, it really don't matter because it only matters to me. It only matters, like, nobody else really know me. Like, no matter what you think, like what a person thinks of you, should be no concern of yours. Like, whatever you say in the comments, whatever you want to joke, clown, like, that's okay, cool, not a problem. That's you. Like, knock yourself out. I'm not going to lose any sleep. And so actually, unbeknownst to my wife, Karen really gave me or helped me to get the courage because we do what's called Team Wilson for the Win on Tuesdays. That's when me and the missus will get on her Facebook Live, and then we'll drop a nugget or two, act a fool, or if me and her have a disagreement and we can't settle it, then we'll pose the question on her live. Now, granted, I said Facebook Live. That means I'm live on camera. That means you can see that I need dental work done. You can see, and it's usually we do it, Tuesday night, and I'm a trash man that runs behind the truck. So by the time I get to the Team Wilson for the Win, I'm dead tired. And the more tired I am, the more of, I need to get some rest. From that, then you can really tell that, hey, something's wrong. It looks like he's having a stroke right here. And now somebody call 911. No, I don't need 911. It's just that I'm in the minority of not having fully recovered from Bell palsy. But I would have never gotten out of my way if I didn't have, somebody like, let me show you somebody that's, influential in the market and she's not tripping. So why are you? You're nobody. And I didn't take that as a put down. I took that if she could get out of her way, then who am I not to make the attempt to get out of my own way?
But to watch you pivot and change from that moment, like you were like, okay, I got this. Like, fuck it. And I can see the growth in you from that moment. Just not, I always say this, like, you're a great visionary. You speak so much life into the circle, into me as a business partner, into your kids, and to your wife, and to everybody else's business. But when you really get to you and on your shit about DK as DK, from that moment on, you're literally in unfuckable with zone right now. Like what do you call it? The year of the Mad Titan? It's like in effect, like, you got to think from that moment to where you are now at Mad Titan. Like, it's not like it took a month. It's not like it even took 2 months. Your mindset changed from that. And now you're like, listen, you motherfuckers better get on board or I'm drop kicking all of y'all. That was to me too. I'm not exempt from the crazy Mad Titan, the year of the Mad Titan. I got my ass handed to me the other day via text, very politely. He's like, this is your warning.
I feel as though I should apologize. I went a little too hard with that text.
No, don't, because you won't believe it. But to answer,
yeah, exactly, like,
right, because you don't believe it. But no, to answer the question, we all have a hang up. Like, for me, it used to be the weight. Like, I hated who I was at almost 400 pounds, and it was because it's not that I didn't think that I was attractive or anything like that, but physically I did feel awful. But I think to a certain degree, we buy into whatever is hot or whatever social media in whatever avenue. Like, before there was Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, TikTok, all that, there was still TV. That's still media. That's still somebody else controlling your thoughts. We all buy into whatever we want to. So we all have bought into this. Life has to look like this because that's what's quote unquote acceptable, which is bullshit.
Facts.
You are who you are. You're built how you built. Like, can you lose weight? Yes. Can you recover from bad financial decisions? Yes. Can you bounce back from a bad marriage? Yes. Can you bounce back from a bad relationship? Yes. Can you bounce back from your kids, fucking up? Yep. You can bounce back from a lot of things. You can but at the end of the day, you have to be okay with you. If I'm good with Kay, then the rest of the shit is, when I'm okay with Kay, I'm unfuckable with. Because at that point, I'm like, I don't give a shit what nobody got to say. If you can do it better, show me. If you're doing better than what I'm doing, show me.
Right. And I think for our listeners that's caught up on not being sure of themselves, like, okay, me and my little brother, like, I promise you, like, we be joking about, doing a podcast, but, we got to come to our senses because, like, me and this dude, like, we had took a trip about 3, maybe 4 years ago, give or take. We went down to Charlotte, to see Eric Thomas. Now, from DC to Charlotte is about 6 hours, about 5.5, 6 hours. We talked nonstop all the way there. We listened to the show. Paid a lot of money to go. Listen to the show. We left there, got something to eat, talked over dinner, went to bed, woke up, got something to eat, and then we talked all the way back home. So minus the bed part, right? We talked, I want to say, at least 44 out of 48 hours. We are really long-winded people, but it's still sharp and still. The reason I brought him up and far as this right here, he has made me realize that, it's easier to not be, how do I want to say this? Because people want to think I'm crazy, but it's cool. Y'all can think what you want to think. Look, it's easier to manipulate your own mind. Right. And this is what I mean by this, because we were talking and we bounced ideas off of each other. And so he was like, so you can, it's about programming, right? If you believe something, you're programmed to believe that. Your program is like Curtis got finished saying through, media, television, your circle of friends, definitely your parents, right? The whole nine. So in order to get out of your own way, you just got to reprogram. I know it sounds simple, and that's the problem with most people. Anything that sounds simple, it's too good to be true, and 9 times out of 10, they won't even give it a try. And they'll continuously let life's opportunities pass them by without even trying to reprogram their mental. Okay, somebody's still scratching their head. Not a problem. I got you. Stay down on trip. So with that being said, you're like, okay, exactly what are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Like, in talking to my little brother, like we've agreed to disagree to agree again that you can believe your own shit. You can believe a lie. Now, you may not believe a lie somebody else tells you, right? You know what I mean? Because we have parsons that we be able to call bullshit. But if you tell yourself something long enough, you'll become it and you'll live it, right? What do you think affirmations are? What do you think what do you think, like, if you think about it, right?
Your mantra.
Right. Like, think about, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was not telling the world that he was the greatest. He was telling everybody. He was saying this in front of everybody, but I promise you, he was talking to himself. So he needed to believe that he's the greatest no matter what I'm going through. Like, even that, I'm not in my prime no more. When he won his last championship, or one of his last, was it last? Or one of, no, his second to last, because the last was against Spinks, but before that, if I'm not mistaken, was definitely against George Foreman. And everybody had picked George Foreman. And so he was on his Ali shit. I'm the greatest. He was just telling people, but he wasn't telling y'all. He was talking to himself. Same thing with Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan would make up, he scored on me, so I got to go dominate. Same thing with Kobe. The greats are great, not because what they do, is how they see themselves before what they do. Like, it ain't difficult. I'm sorry. I'm on one right now. Look, and whatever you was about to say, hold that. I'm not going to be long with it. It's not difficult. Great people, successful people, before they're great, before they're successful, they're already in their minds. So the first thing you want to do to get out of your way, you have to eat shit, sleep, breathe, and believe that you're great. Whether your whole life, like 9 times out of 10, your life sucks, right? And that's why you're not living up to your full potential. So to stop sucking at life, it starts off how you view yourself in life.
Facts.
And once you elevate the value of you, you're going to force everybody to elevate the way they see and deal with you. Like, we always talk about non-negotiables, right? And that's what happens. Like, you increase, like you start to have more non-negotiables, and people are like, oh, I can't bring that bullshit to him. Like, I'm not even gonna pick up the phone and waste 30 minutes of his time talking about nothing. Right. And so what happens is you're increasing your value. And so when an opportunity comes, you don't think that opportunity is something that you can't handle. You're thinking like, oh, this all I got to do. Let me knock this out. And once that starts to happen, I'm gonna tell you how, because life is real simple. Like, it's not the big boom. It's not the, lightning across the sky that open up, Jesus come down and say, here you go. It's not that. Life gives you a lot of small things. And those small things add up to that big, large thing that you waste your life looking for. If you just paid attention to the small things, you'll be well on your way where you want to be in life. And the first thing you got to do is reprogram the way that you see you. Opportunities come. And once opportunities come, this thing called momentum. And once you get momentum on your side, it's hard to stop. Bottom line, why you think winners keep winning? Like, because they consistently do the things of winners. They have momentum on their side. The reason that the Jeff Bezos of the world, the Bill Gates of the world, besides his last election, the Donald Trumps of the world, the reason that they still win, because they have momentum on their side. They believe their bullshit, right, wrong, or indifferent. Whether you agree or disagree, they believe their own shit. If you look at, because we all on social media, and then we see the beginning pictures. We see doggone Jeff Bezos down in, like, I think he was in a garage. We see a young Bill Gates. We see all these people looking like, what? But it started with, them believing, seeing that way before it even came into fruition, way before it came into an existence. They think that shit. And it started with them having to reprogram, call a spade a spade. It started with them just flat out lying to themselves. I'm great. I am destined for greatness. Not only do you start to see yourself that way, then you work towards what you're telling yourself. Like, you can tell yourself that you're great, but now you have to do the physical to match what you're telling yourself. And so when life starts to come, those opportunities, they no longer intimidate you. Like, when I got to go do live with my wife on Tuesdays, no matter how tired I am, no matter how much my face is going off the side of my face, I'm still the same crazy person that you hear. Here's still the same person there. And I don't even be thinking about, my face. Them thoughts never crossed my mind, because I'm just talking to a bunch of her friends and coworkers or whatever the case may be. And I'm just being me. I'm not thinking myself out of the what you call me. And, and of course, because I am, a decent businessman. While I'm on her live, I'm always doing what? Plugging my show. Because I'm creating that opportunity, because the mindset is, okay, I got this opportunity. Let me go ahead and see if I can funnel that back into what I'm doing on the back end. But it all starts on how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself to be, increasing your value. Once you increase your doggone value, people will perceive you just as valuable, if not more so. It's real simple. Small things, big wins.
You really have to master your self-talk. Your mind controls how you dictate yourself and how you live. And the reason that we do, mantras and self-affirmations, it's not really for our conscious mind, it's for our subconscious, because subconscious, we have bought into everybody else's bullshit, everybody else's ceiling that they have put on you. That's what you have bought into. Hence why you won't move further, because you're buying into what mom said, dad said, sister say, friends say, this person say. And again, for me, if you ain't broke your glass ceiling, don't even look at mine. Don't worry about mine. Don't worry about what I'm building over here. You stay over there. But you have to master yourself talk, because who you tell yourself you will be that's who you will be. I say this all the time. DK and I had this conversation the other day. I said, listen, there are times where I got to get me together. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am who God says I am. If my father owns all the cattle on the hill and I am an heir and a joint heir to him, then what am I lacking? I have not because I ask not. That is a whole spiel I have to give myself, because at the end of the day, it don't matter what nobody else say. If God says it's mine, then it's mine. If I say it's mine, it's mine. Because everything that he destines for me to have, I can have. Everything he says I can do, I can do.
Facts.
And that's the end all to be all. We have to stop buying into everybody else's limitations. You have to stop buying into everybody else's experience. You have to start experiencing life for yourself. What do you want? What do you need? What do you want to leave as a legacy? What do you want somebody to look back and say, this is what I did. This is what this person means to me because they live their life between their dashes.
Facts.
That's the end all to be all for me.
Facts on top of facts. Pardon me again. Pardon me third time. Oh man, shit, water, good. Anyway, look, I gotta be honest about one thing. I gotta be honest. No amount of affirmations, no amount of lying to yourself, And I'm talking to my guys out there. I'm just want to be really I'm not talking about me personally, but I just want to be with some dudes out there, because some dudes are struggling in certain areas. If you got a small dick, if you believe to have a big dick, you're still gonna have a small dick. So affirmation will not cure that. I just want to put that out there.
A plastic surgeon will help that. A plastic surgeon will help that.
You believe you got a big one won't help.
Hey.
But
learn the motion of the ocean. Learn to use what you got. Okay?
I'm just letting you guys know. Don't you think? I got a big. No, it's not gonna grow. It's not gonna. It's gonna be so small.
Let it grow.
You so dumb.
Let it grow.
You dumb for no reason.
None.
But all jokes aside, something I do want to talk about, and this is a hack, right? So you heard my co-host mention the Mad Titan earlier, and I wasn't going to really give the backstory to this because it is what it is, but being as though we pride ourselves of being uber transparent on the podcast, it's the least that I can do. I'll try my best not to be long-winded, but just in case I am, break out your pen and pad, because I'm going to drop a couple of jewels how you can start seeing yourself in the best light possible. It's about reprogramming the way that you see yourself. How can you do that, right? Like with me, I get behind somebody. Like I draw inspiration, if you will, from things like movies, books, whatever, or certain people that, like, of course, there's a gang and host of inspirational cast that's killing the game right now. Like, so you can go follow E.T. I would start there if I'm somebody, right? You don't like E.T. cup of doggone juice? Okay, cool. Go ahead and sip on what Inky Johnson is brewing, right? You don't like how Inky gets down? Cool. Not a problem. You got Les Brown. You don't like how Les Brown get down? Cool. Not a problem. Go ahead and funk with your doggone man, Tony Robbins. But there's somebody out there for everybody to connect the dots, feel inspired, to see themselves in a better light so that greatness can finally shine upon them. But we know that I'm strange fruit. We know that I'm cut from a different doggone cloth. We know these things. So I do things a little bit differently. Earlier in this very podcast here, my co-host referred to me having what's called, or I've deemed, the year of the Mad Titan. 2021 doesn't start for me January 1st. Nope. 2021 starts now. I'm doing all the needed, necessary work possible. So when that calendar year physically turns and everybody's doing, this is a new year, new me, rah, 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 bullshit that they lie to themselves because you're gung-ho because a year turned. And you're going to still find yourself doing the same thing that you've been doing in 2020, 2 weeks later after January 1st and hit the door, right? So I thought to myself, well, how do I not fall into this trap? So I know me and I'm honest with me. Certain things move the needle in my life like, oh, that's dope. And I'll look at things in an unconventional way. Now, anybody that knows me knows I am a mega comic book head. When I say mega, I promise you, I walked out on the last Avengers because my man, he died. And then, his wife, Pepper, told him, like, it's Tony Stark, by the way. Like, it's fine, Tony, you can rest. I literally I couldn't do it. Like, I was out of crowd all the way home. I had to walk out, and then I seen the movie like 4 or 5 times. It took me like maybe to the 3rd time to actually sit through the whole movie. So that's either here nor there. The reason that I am deeming this new year, because New Year has started since I declared, the year of the Mad Titan, throughout the whole Avengers boom. I'm gonna give y'all a quick backstory. I'm gonna try my best not to be long-winded, but long story extremely short, or maybe longer. Like their arch nemesis in the book, in the movie was Thanos, and one of his nicknames, if you're a comic book head, was the Mad Titan, right? So with that being said and whatnot, I watched the movie so many times, and the way that he moved, it was like he moved the way that a person that has purpose should move. Like it was no emotions involved in the things that he had to do, to conquer the universe. Some people seen him and think that he was like the worst villain of all time. That may be true, but he still did exactly what he needed to do to get the job done. Here's a hack for people, right? No matter who you're going to follow or emulate, right? If you can't get the job done being you, at least have the mindset of being somebody else for yourself, right? This is an easy way to reprogram your mind, to reprogram your thinking. And they're like, okay, DK, what the fuck are you talking about? Boy, it's true. I am crazy. There's no denying that. I have issues. You know what I mean? It's cool. Not a problem. My doggone thing, and the reason that I chose to pattern the next year, which has started for me now after Thanos, the Mad Titan, the year of the Mad Titan. There's a segment in the doggone movie, right, where he had to go get a stone, and the stone was I forget which one it is. I'm not going to rack my brain to find it. Whatever it is, go to Disney Plus and go watch the movie. Long story longer. He had to actually sacrifice the one person because he loved nobody but one person, which was his daughter, whom he kidnapped because it wasn't even his real daughter, which was Gamora. So they on top of the doggone mountain. He crying, and then she laughing at him like, what are you crying for? You can't get this because in order to this, you got to sacrifice somebody that you love, right? And so he got the tear coming down the purple face, and then Red Skull, which was the overseer of the stone, was like, nah, he's not crying for himself that he can't complete his mission. He's crying for you. And then it dawned on her like, wow, this fucking lunatic really did love me. Although he kidnapped me from my mother, killed my mother, you know what I mean? You know, he killed half the planet, every planet he went to. And so he took his only person, and I know it's going to sound really morbid. It's cool. It's not a problem. Like, sometimes it is what it is. So he took the only person that he loved by the risk and whatnot, and he slung her monkey ass over the risk and killed him. Now, granted, it's nothing but a movie, but the mindset is what? The mindset is I'm going to do whatever it takes to achieve my goals. Bottom line, flat out. Like I'm 50. That means I'm soon to be 51 in 15 more days. I'm soon to be 51. It's safe to say, unless God grants me a much longer life, I'm real close to death. I don't know how close. I want to live alone. Let me speak. I want to live. What God got designed for me, it's safe to say I'm closer to death than I am to life. Not a problem. So from this point on, for the rest of my life, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get what's owed me. Whatever I say that, oh, that's mine. Whatever goal I have set forth, I'm going to not only accomplish, but conquer that goal. So if it takes for me to throw Gamora, meaning past hurt, past love, current love, friends, family, foes, off the imaginary cliff in my mind, like I'm not dealing with you, I promise you, boo-boo, you getting the fuck from around me. Flat out. Like, it's not a bunch of talking. Like, I see where we moving. I see that because you're used to dealing with the guy that negotiated. Right about now, I have so many non-negotiables. We don't waste my time no more. We ain't talking about nothing no more. You know what I mean? We're not doing none of that. We're not getting on my nerves no more. We're not doing none of that. If it's something I don't want to do, if it's something that's counterproductive to my life, off the cliff it goes. And that's the backstory of the year of the Mad Titan. If he could kill the one person that he loved, think what I would do with people that I don't even barely like. Not saying kill them, but like I'm not giving them my most valuable commodity, which is my time. That's just the easiest hack. Like I promise you, E.T., Eric Thomas, he got like legions of people that follow him because they drink the Eric Thomas soup. Now, I'm not mad. You supposed to. I drink the Eric Thomas soup, but I want to go a step further. I want to get deep down. I want that mindset to seep down in my DNA. So I'm taking on the whole persona of my guy, the Mad Titan. Like we will, from this point forward, I'm going to get everything that is mine. Like I am the ruler of my universe. I don't put that responsibility on nobody else. And being as though I'm thinking this broad, this bright in my way of thinking, that means that what I have to execute at a high level. I don't have time to be, doing shit that's inconsequential to my life. I don't have time. So for all you people out there that's struggling with something, grab hold of something that you like and you see how they maneuver and then you embody that. Ali did that, telling y'all that I'm the greatest of all time. Kobe did that with just that Mamba mentality. Like we start hearing stories about Kobe Bryant that's crazy. And we hear stories about him like, what? That don't even make sense. That ain't even human. But his doggone mentality was locked in. It's you can't even, like, what? Like, you got to be a real life madman, the Mad Titan, to have that type of mentality. So do yourself a favor. Don't, couple of things, right? And this could be, I'm sorry I've been long-winded. It's cool, not a problem. By the grace of God, you got something from this. And this can be like, the Love Jones of the day. We can go ahead and put a cap on it, whatever the case may be. But do yourself a couple of favors. Like, okay, realize, number one, that your most valuable asset is time. And being so, stop wasting it. Number two, you are worthy of any opportunity that comes your way. Number three, do not duck or be scared of any opportunity that's presented to you, because it's given to you for a reason. Don't let what you look like physically get in your way. Don't let your past get in your way. Don't let what you think is a shoddy future get in your way. Like whatever you got to do to get there, then you get there. Not to talk about politics. We all happy because as of this recording, Joe Biden is, the 46th president, right? Like, not a problem. So let me help you out. We all clown Donald Trump. We all, this idiot, this fool, he didn't know the business of politics, whatever the case may be. But before that happens, he did, whether you agree or disagree, and that's what I'm talking about, mindset, right? Whether you agree or disagree. One thing you can't knock the hustle on our orange, soon-to-be former president, was his mindset. Like whether he was spewing out some dumb shit, some hateful shit, some racist shit, it was still his mindset that he believed the bullshit. And that's why a doggone character for hook or by crook elevated himself up to be the 45th president. It was the mindset to believe that I can, like, shit, okay, Obama can do this? Oh, I can do this. Was he qualified as a fuck? No. But he believed he could, so he did. Mindset.
Facts. This is your girls, the Thorny Chick. This is the Love Is podcast alongside my co-host, the Lovable Asshole.
Mindset.
DK. We thank you. We appreciate you. We are thinking of you. You can, it's all about mindset. Go with it. God, Jesus, you mess up everything.
I do.
Sometimes. We thank you for every week, rocking with us, staying with us every Wednesday, 7:00, wherever podcasts are heard. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, soon to be on Patreon.
I said soon to be.
Soon to be on Patreon. Listen, you guys could be anywhere, but y'all rock with us, and we thank you. We appreciate you. DK?
Yes.
Let's tell the people bye.
I shall not tell the people bye. I should tell the people until next time. Mindset, people. Mindset.
And we out.
Peace.
This episode of the Love Is podcast has ended. But please be sure to subscribe for more great content on sex, entrepreneurship, life, love, and how to get through the BS of it all. And don't forget to rate and leave a review so we can continue to bring more of that thorny chick, Karen KK Rose, and, dare I say, the lovable a-hole, Mr. DK Walker. See you on the next podcast.